This is getting recorded before, but before we start, roll the clip. And we back. Welcome back to another episode of the Get Buckets podcast, powered by the one and only Hardwood Inc. I'm your host, Musa Marathi, and today is the day we talk Thanksgiving hoops. This past week, Eastside High School hosted their annual Thanksgiving tournament for high school teams, and there were a good amount of teams in it. We had Eastside, Easley, Woodmont, St. Joe's, Travelers Rest, Palmetto, Berea, and Wade Hampton. Man, so we there were a good amount of teams out there. Palmetto wasn't even from the county, so they made their way up to Eastside over in Taylor's. You know, as you can see, I have the new backdrop, fresh from Hardwood Inc. and excited for this episode. Been just gathering information, and as you know, yesterday I put on my story. I was in attendance at the Eastside versus Wade Hampton championship game. Gathered a lot of info there, and just ready to assess my ideas here today. So basically, I'm not gonna lie, mainly gonna be talking about Eastside and Wade. So the other teams, I'm sorry, but I will still be talking about you. Don't get it wrong. I'm gonna still be talking about y'all, but I was at the Eastside and Wade Hampton game, so I feel it's best I talk about the games I know most about. And yeah, let's get it started. I'm gonna first talk about some teams. First up, Easley. You know, I didn't get to see them play at all, but I did see Eastside. Matthew Roberts and Justin Ray had a great game against them. I mean, they seemed, from the stats I was looking at, they seemed pretty unstoppable, like a dynamic duo. And Easley just struggled, honestly, in the games that it seemed. I mean, all right. Before I even say anything else, I'm sorry, Berea. I'm sorry. That's my mistake for giving y'all the grade I gave y'all at the beginning. My prediction, I'm sorry. I didn't realize y'all had it in you. But y'all got that dog in you. And when I see Berea, man, they went 2-1. 2-1 with a bunch of smaller guards and no height, no bigs. 2-1. They beat easily a 4A. They beat Palmetto, and they almost beat Wade Hampton, who ended up winning the championship. So first and foremost, I'm sorry, Berea, and I didn't realize y'all were actually gonna be competing the way y'all are, and I respect that out of y'all. You know, I like that chip on your shoulders, and just keep going out there and battling. You know, even though y'all lost to Wade, I heard y'all was over there making them work. So keep working, and good luck to y'all, man. I just had to get that out of the way. Besides easily being in it and me not knowing much about them, Woodmont was in the tournament, and that's the game Justin had 38. That's the game Justin had 38. I'm not gonna say it was a high scoring game. I thought it was like 80 something to 70 something, and I mean Woodmont, they didn't do too bad. On Max Preps, it showed they're 1-1. I'm guessing they had another game, but I don't believe it was on there. I'm not honestly going off some of these records because I don't think all the games are taken into account here. I don't know if they've been put into Max Preps yet, but Woodmont went 1-1, and they were still able to compete for sure. And they only lost by like 7-8 when against Eastside, even with Justin Ray having 38 and Matthew, I think, also having like a 20-point game. Like I'm saying, like Eastside, those two guards right there, there's something special. But Woodmont, Wes Kellett, I heard played pretty solid and got in the um one of the players named in the the tournament MVPs basically from each team. Each team had one. Uh, but besides Woodmont, there was also St. Joe's in there. You know, they struggled a little bit in the tournament, and I know they lost to Woodmont. So it's all good though. You know, St. Joe's is a 1A school, and I know in my ranking video I put them like at a B tier because they're still gonna compete. I know they did lose by a good amount, but for a 1A, they're always gonna compete, and I feel like they're gonna be solid once it comes down to region time. And Alice Gillespie was able to get their MVP for their team, and you know, I feel like they always just play that fundamental way of basketball. So if you're able to beat them down the court, That's always key. And I wasn't at the Woodmont versus St. Joe's game, but I'm guessing they just out-athleted them, 5A, 1A. You get the picture. Palmetto, have no idea about them. Like I said, outside the county, went 0-2 according to this, so I guess they got worked. Berea beat them. Shout out to Berea again. And, I'm not really going to talk about that too much now. Let's get straight into this championship game. So, going into the game, like I've said, it's Eastside versus Wade Hampton, right? I'm going into this like, oh yeah. Justin Ray, Matthew Roberts, about to kill. They're about to go and kill. They had 20 plus in both their first two games. They were looking strong. I mean, I hadn't watched them personally, but they were just they seemed like they were out for blood against Woodmont. I know Justin Ray must have something against Woodmont because the way that boy be playing, he just be giving Woodmont the business. I'm sorry, but I stay seeing mixtapes against Woodmont for Justin Ray. I don't know if it's just the colors he doesn't rock with the other blue. I don't know what it is, but Adam be filming them. Adam, hey, if Justin's playing Woodmont, that's a game you got to film right there. But going into this game, I know these are two these two schools are quite near each other, so I knew there might have been some tension between them, but straight out the gate, Eastside took a good lead, and going into halftime, they were up by like 15 about. I was like, dang, yeah, Eastside got this in the bag, Justin Ray, I'm not gonna lie, he didn't play. He had a good game, but he didn't play to the best of his abilities. He did foul out, and I feel like he did end up taking some tougher shots, and they forced him into these tough shots. I'm not going to lie, KD Owens didn't play a super great role on offense for Wade Hampton, but the defensive part, I feel like he did quite a really solid job for them, and Nikel Franklin, and just having the opportunity to just go out there and show them what they had on defense and guarding Justin Ray for like a lot of minutes. Justin Ray is not going to come out the game, so just locking in and having that assignment and guarding Justin Ray they did solid. I'm not going to lie. So shout out to KD and Nikel for just going out there and battling against him. Matthew Roberts, man, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't the best shooting game. You took good shots. I'm not gonna lie. I like the fundamentals and everything you did, and I feel like you might have gotten fouled on a few shots, but I feel like if he would have started hitting, they were up by 15 at half, and he had even hit. Yeah, I was like, oh, Matthew starts hitting, it's gonna be over. But I don't really feel like he ever got into a rhythm, I don't feel like he shot as much as he should have. So then he started shooting from deeper, and I don't know if that was the exact way to go at it, but I'm not gonna go at him though. He had a great he did great at this tournament. If he would have done a little bit more in that championship, definitely would have been I think they would have taken that home. So yeah, I basically already said it. Wade Hampton wins this game, and we got to talk about Wade, man. Nikel having, I think, 20 points, and Cooper Tankersley having 19 points. And I just got to say, these two dudes, and I've said it to people I know, they know how to use their height. Like, they're guards, but they know how to use their body and their height. They'll go in there strong, finish at the rim with contact. They're not going to be playing like guards, like just going around the top and shooting jumpers. They're going to attack and just go at you. And that really put a strain on Justin Ray fouling, DJ Kelly fouling. It just put a strain on the whole Eastside team. Like they were in foul trouble. And this led to Justin Ray fouling out. I'm not going to go and say, Justin Ray had a hard time guarding Nikel, but I feel like the scheme Nikel had at attacking Justin was smart. Like, I mean, get the best player out of the game. So they got what I feel the best player out of the game, and it just made it tougher for Eastside because once Justin was out, and this is before he even fouled out, when he was in foul trouble, Wade Hampton went on a huge run. I'm talking about pushing the ball up the court, just getting it up, and I'm not going to forget about CJ Okadigwe. I love that last name, Okadigwe. CJ, I'm not gonna forget about you. Got a few dunks, rebounded, play like a calm and collected center. Just had so much energy, blocking shots. I loved it, and I heard you got MVP, and that's what's up. I mean, CJ's been at it for a couple years now, and you know, I don't know if he played too much in his last year, but to see him over here playing and just taking in his role, he'll be wide open at the top for a three. Doesn't need to shoot it. He doesn't shoot the ball unless he feels it's a great shot. So I feel like just even though Wade Hampton wasn't hitting in the first half, they just stayed at it, doing what they do best, attacking and maybe shooting when wide open. And eventually it started rolling. Eastside hadn't been shooting great, but they were winning because they were just, hitting shots that, it's their home court as well. They were hitting more shots than Wade, basically, obviously. But in the first half, they were hitting shots while Wade just wasn't. So in that second half, I think the fouls also might have got to them. So Wade just kept attacking. I know the fouls like start over and all that, but Wade just kept attacking and just using that athleticism to just beat him down the floor. DJ Kelly from Eastside, I feel like he had a great game. I hadn't watched him in some time, but he looked like a natural point guard out there, just going fast, attacking the rim. Attacking to the rim and just using, shifty moves to get layups, hit a few jumpers. I feel like he had a solid game and just had a good pace all around. Other players, like I said, overall, I feel like Eastside, they're still young, quote unquote, and just for them finding that rhythm is going to be key. And I mean, these Justin Ray dunks, already starting up this early in the season, 38. I was about to come on here, on what day was it? Tuesday night, and I was about to just react. When I saw Justin Ray at 38 and like 26 or something the day before, I was just going to be on here like, well, Eastside got this team and try and stop them. Because the way I was seeing it, they seemed a little bit, I'm not going to say unstoppable, but Justin himself seemed about unstoppable. With his help, Chris Middleton, he had that second-hand man, Matt Roberts, going crazy too. I was like, this is going to be a hard team to beat. And I looked at Max Preps. Justin still had 19 in the championship, but it just seemed like a tough 19. Like, it wasn't like he was just easy bucket after easy bucket. Bro had to work for his buckets. And that's just the smartest thing I think Wade could do. I don't know if this was Coach Choplin's scheme, but the way Wade just like gave him the mindset that he has to go score. I saw he took 21 shots and he scored 19, which means they were forcing him into some tough shots that he was unable to hit. Obviously, he hit some. He's an elite guard. He's one of the best players in South Carolina 2024 class. Like, he's gonna hit those tough shots. But just making him, I felt like in the second half, they had him shoot the ball. And if he shoots it and goes in, okay, but they're not going to let anybody else do anything except for Luke Parker now. Luke Parker has some boards near the end and just lays. I was like, they seemed a little too open. I was kind of questioning what Wade was doing sometimes, just trying to gamble. And then this man's Luke just getting rebounds and scoring. That just kind of baffled me, But they Wade Hampton, I guess they got that perseverance, down 15 at half to come back and win by, I think, what was it, 7 or 9? Like, just to come back like that. I think it was 9. They did end up winning by 9. Man, that's hard. And if they don't have these low moments like they did in the first half, they're going to be a tough team. I couldn't find it at Max Press, but I heard that they completely obliterated TR, and I don't mean to bring TR out because TR is a solid team. They did straight in the tournament. I'm not gonna say they did bad. I don't know exactly what happened there. Maybe it was just a bad game for TR, but that's how they need to be playing. Like, they just got to go out there and kill. Cause look, they killed TR, but then the day before they beat Berea by 9. TR, region champs last year, has veteran leadership like Caleb Mills, and then the game before you have Berea, who all young guys, all young guards, just trying to make their name known, and they win by 9. 2 3A schools, one is, cemented themselves. One just lost 10 seniors. One just lost an all-state player. and they're over here competing with Wade. I don't feel like that's Berea playing extremely well. I'm not slighting Berea. I feel like that's Wade Hampton just not staying consistent. And I feel like if they stay consistent and play like they did what I saw in that second half, they're going to be a solid team. And I think they should definitely do good and have a chance on winning region. And best of luck to all these teams, man. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving and got to spend time with their family. I don't want to take too much of your time. I know you might feel a little tired from all the food and all that. I just wanted to come out here and give my 2 cents. I know I talked a lot about Wade Hampton, but they were the champs. I feel like they should get a lot of screen time. Eastside, Justin Ray, keep doing what you're doing. Don't get distraught over that. I know it could be a little tense knowing you weren't out there at the very end when you feel like you could have led your team to victory, but it's all in due time, man. And I see you're working out there, and just keep doing what you're doing. I love the athleticism, the highlights, all of it. Matthew Roberts coming in, I respect your game. Hitting shots, just looking like a great counterpiece to Justin. And I think y'all have a great season as well. And this is your year. Don't wait till next year. Don't wait at all. Don't worry about that last loss. Move on, and y'all should have a great season. And to the rest of the teams that I did not watch, best of luck. And I hope y'all all have a great season ahead of you. It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. So, with all that being said, it's Musa Moretti with Harwood Inc. Basketball signing off. Peace.